So today we're going to take the drive on the 60 down from Globe and Superior. And we're going to take it down before you get to the 60, the Superstition Freeway. We're going to take the Old West Highway up into Apache Junction. And then we're going to take the Apache Trail, which is US 88, all the way up to Tortilla Flats, which is right there. So that will be our trip for today. All right, guys, we are on the 60 and we are heading into Apache Junction. And just another half mile or so here, we're going to cross off the 60 and get on the Old West Highway to take it into Apache Junction real quick. Apache Junction's only been a city since like the late 70s when it was finally incorporated, and it's a mixture of like any town. It has its modern side, its more newer national chains, and of course it has its quaint, unique old charm of yesteryear here in Apache Junction. It seems to be a retirement community with lots of seniors, 55 and plus, trailer parks and what have you. And then on the foothills around the mountains, you do have some very large acreage and nice homes out there. But as we pull in here to Apache Junction, we're going to make our first stop at the local Visitors Bureau and see if we can't load up on brochures, coupons, and discounts and just see what there is here in Apache Junction to check out while we're visiting. And if you're like me, I don't like to hit national chain restaurants when I'm visiting small towns. I like to find out who has the best margaritas, who has the best steaks, who has the best whatever. And your Visitors Bureau is the place to ask those questions. So when I'm inside and I'm talking to those people, I want to know not only what there's to see and do, but where are the best restaurants, who has the best of what I like to eat and see. So guys, big plus, take time. Get to the local Visitors Bureau or the Chamber if they have one and go inside and get what you can and learn about the community you're about to visit. So let's go ahead and park our Porsche and let's go inside and check out what kind of goodies and discounts and little coupons we can grab here at the Apache Junction Chamber. Telling you what, taking a moment and stopping by the local Visitors Bureau is probably the best thing you can do. You can grab all the brochures, all the coupon books, everything you need for your trip. So take a few minutes, visit your local little Visitors Bureau when you hit the town you want to be in, and grab all the free maps and coupons you can. Let's head back to the road. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. And I want to grab a bite to eat before we start on this Apache Trail. It is one of the most beautiful scenic drives and interesting, fun drives for if you have a sports car or a bike. So we're gonna go over and we're gonna have breakfast at the Dirtwater Springs Cafe, and the Dog Run Saloon apparently has a good breakfast and an amazing selection of beers and liquors, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and get some breakfast in us, and let's head out on the Apache Trail. And the guy at the desk did say to have a cold beer at a place called the Hitching, which is right before you start getting to all the fun things to do on the Apache Trail. So let's take a little trip down here, State Route 88, and let's head to the Hitching Post and see what we can find out. Alright, here we go. I think after the Hitching Post, we're going to make a little stop at the Superstition Mountain Lost Dutchman Museum. It's kind of a mixture. It's a museum, but also apparently it has like a church that Elvis sang in or something on a movie set. It has a few other things. Like it has, I believe, one of the world's oldest 20 stamp ore mills. It has all these Western buildings and barns and whatnot that apparently came from the old Apache movie studios that was out here at one time. They've kind of all grouped it onto one piece of property that you can see when you go to the museum and check it out. So that should be interesting to find out. Yeah, Apacheland Movie Ranch is what is out there. That's alongside the museum. I definitely want to check out the Elvis Chapel, because, you know, everybody loves a little Elvis. Roundabouts. I love roundabouts. No, I hate roundabouts. Hate. But they are kind of fun when you're going around them a little excitedly. All right, let's continue on 88, and let's head out to the Hitching Post, and let's have a beer, and Okay, back on the road. Next stop is going to be that beautiful Superstition Mountain Lost Dutchman Museum. And if you don't know the story of the Lost Dutchman, apparently back in the 1800s, this gentleman hid all of his gold up in these mountains outside of Phoenix and has never been found as of yet, or at least no one has said so. So here's that Superstition Mountain Lost Dutchman Museum. Keep in mind, it's only open a few days a week, so I believe it's like Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, if I do believe. Check, though, before you go. There's the Elvis Chapel, some of the buildings in the background, and, of course, you have those beautiful Superstition Mountains right behind you. All right, back in the car, and let's head off to our next spot, which just down the road, maybe a mile or two, and that is the Goldfield Ghost Town. And that's another interesting little spot that we will check out when we get there. It's a group of old buildings that they've made into kind of a free amusement park type thing. There's zip lines, there's a train that goes around that you can ride. There's a restaurant, a couple of restaurants actually. There's a lot of neat things. There's like an old mine shaft that you can go check out. There's even Jeep tours you can take. So it's kind of a fun little place to spend a couple hours and enjoy. During the winter months here in Apache Junction, they actually have reenactments of gunfights. So that's kind of a cool thing to check out and take in if you're here for that. Fun time. Give yourself a couple hours if you're going to experience all that the Goldfield Ghost Town has to offer. Kind of a fun little place. Free parking. Pull up. You can actually, it's free just to walk in. You don't have to pay to get in. And of course, if you want a beer, if you want a sandwich or ice cream or whatever, or you want to buy a souvenir, yeah, well, whip out the card for that. But just to go in and look at it and scroll around, yeah, no cost to do that. All right, let's get back on the old Apache Trail and let's head to our next spot, which will be the Lost Dutchman State Park. Turn in here to the Lost Dutchman State Park. The park does offer a ton of camping sites for RVers and tent camping as well. There's hiking trails. There's obviously just the beauty. They also have picnic tables. So if you just want to come in for a day use or a nighttime use, they have passes for both. But you can buy passes at the gate when you first pull in. But man, talk about some beautiful views. And if you're around at sunset or sunrise, oh, the way the sun just shines off that Superstition Mountain is spectacular. So make sure you take a moment and stick around and watch that if you can. So we'll park and we will check out what's around here real quick. If you are an RVer, definitely I would try to camp out here to get out of the city lights and the city hustle and bustle if you're out RVing. Alright, so back on the Apache Trail, we are now going to head down to the Canyon Lake area, and this is some of the best curvy roads in Arizona, and this is one of my favorite little roads to drive on in my car. You know, do the speed limit, you know, watch for people, watch for animals, watch for other cars, but this road is definitely some fun stuff and beautiful sights to look at while you're out enjoying this drive. So let's drive for a little bit. I'll show you what it looks like to drive the Apache Trail before we get to Canyon Lake and the Dolly Steamboat. Hey, if you're thinking you need to stop and stretch the legs, or you just want to check out an amazing view of the lake, pull in right here to this vista. There's no services, no bathrooms, nothing, but there's a great view of the lake. So let's jump out of the car and let me show you this. Check this out. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, you come out here at sunrise or sunset, and just the way the sunlight bounces off these rocks, pretty freaking amazing if you get that opportunity to check it out. All right, back in the car and back on to State Route 88, the Apache Trail, and let's head to the Dolly Steamboat there at Canyon Lake. Just be prepared. There are 2 of these single lane bridges along the Apache Trail, so make sure you stop and give right away while crossing the bridges. But here's our first one, and right on, back up we go. Let's keep trucking. All right, here's the second one, and this one actually crosses over, and you can see the marina over on your left-hand side, and then right after this bridge is where you want to turn into the Dolly Steamboat experience. There's that marina. Tons of boats out there, and we should just be making it across the bridge, and we will turn in and check out the marina and the Dolly Steamboat. Kind of a cool steamboat. You can take dinner tours at night, and then during the day they just have a scenic cruise around the Canyon Lake. Kind of a fun thing to do if you have time. Not too expensive, not too bad. So that's kind of fun. So we'll turn in here to the marina and we'll check out Dolly Steamboat. Alright, that was kind of cool to see that old steamboat there on the lake. And don't forget about the restaurant there if you want to stop and have a bite to eat and look over the Canyon Lake area. So we're getting back on the Apache Trail and to our final destination, which is Tortilla Flats. So I will let you guys enjoy the next few curves before we make it there to Tortilla Flats. And definitely we're stopping to check this place out. Here we come to Tortilla Flat, Arizona, population 6. It is the last surviving stagecoach stop on the Apache Trail. That is its claim to fame. And most of these buildings have been here the whole entire time. So these are not mock-up buildings. These are the original buildings of the time in the era when the Apache Trail was built in order to build the Roosevelt Dam up near Globe in the area. So at Tortilla Flat, they have a full restaurant that has a live band every now and then. Check their website for it. They have a little knick-knack shop. They have an ice cream parlor. There's even a post office, which I believe is the smallest post office in Arizona. Kind of fun little atmosphere. You can kind of stroll along the boardwalk and jump into all the little shops around. And this here is the main restaurant. There are dollar bills plastered from floor to ceiling, covering every inch of the restaurant. Really a cool experience. And the seats there at the bar, instead of regular seats, They're saddles. So ladies, remember, side saddle. And here is the tiny little church. I'm sorry, not church, but a school. A little school museum there. And now, at this point, it turns to a dirt road, and you can't go beyond that. So if you have a four-wheel drive, you can continue on down this road. But for us car guys, this is the end of the line for us. Now I know a lot of you guys tuned into this video to watch the curvy roads and how that looks and how that feels. So as I drive back into Apache Junction, I'm going to show you the entire trip unedited, just me driving my 1967 Porsche, and allow you to take in all the curves as they happen. So if you don't wish to watch the rest of this, thank you so much for checking out my video. Please like, subscribe, give me some comments if you want to see other cool roads and other places in Arizona to check out. Let me know what towns those are. I would love to gas up our old 67 Porsche and take it on some cool road trips and report back to you guys. Alright guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of this video. It is the full length drive of Apache Trail back into Apache Junction from Tortilla Flats.